Hey, welcome back to McNeil's Garage. Well, today, it's not going to be good. Doing something else I don't like, I never do. I'll show you all here in a second. Well, today we're going to get back on the 94 Impala Super Sport. If y'all have been following me for a while, you know that I'm not into nice, shiny, pretty stuff. I just like to get it running and good enough for me. Well, today, let me bring y'all in here. Today, I'm going to try to sand up the fender wells, remove the cruise control, move the wire, suck all this stuff out. I'm going to replace the battery. I'm going to relocate the battery over there, back to the trunk. Sand up that fender well, repaint everything, repaint the radiator support. Just try to make it look good. Probably paint the frame. Try to make it good. So as you can tell, we'll walk over here to Trevor's Old Blue, which we've done this, I don't know, many years ago. And as you could tell, I don't like shining up nothing, but there ain't all the Watchman jiggers and doodads on all the fender wells. It's just plain Jane, the motor, and that's it. That's the way I like it. But with that over there, that ain't how it is. So Tabby wanted me to try to make this install a whole lot better than the last install was. Oh, if you haven't seen my banners yet, there's a banner from we got a car show every year, French 500 car show. There's my McNeil Garage banner. And of course, Chevy Racing banner. We got a Holly banner back there. Holly supports our French 500 car show. The Big Mac backers, that was up at a Knox grudge match that my brother was in up at Mount Vernon. Then you got my Dale Earnhardt. Everybody's got to have a Dale Earnhardt banner. Save the Stick, American Powertrain, Napa Racing. There's another Chevrolet banner over there. And of course, the UNOH banner. Good friend Ron Bellows got that for Tabby. That's where Tabby goes, is UNOH. Doing high horsepower, something about motors or something. I don't know what she's doing up there. Probably chasing boys. But that's what we're doing today. We're gonna try to clean up the engine bay. I gotta drill some holes back here in the transmission tunnel. She has a slap shifter in her old one. We might take a run out there and go look at her old one. But yep, I'm gonna try to clean all this up, paint it, and see if we can make it look pretty. So that's what we're doing today. So let me go get all the stuff and we'll get going. All right, we're gonna move this cruise control. I would take it off, but where Tabby travels about 3.5 hours to come home, she says she likes cruise control. I don't know what's wrong with your right foot, but she must not like her right foot. So we can just take this off and put it over here where all the parts are at. That way we know where everything's at. But I'll tell you what I like to do. Maybe you take some bolts, screws out, whatever, if you can put them right back in there. That way, whenever you're ready to reinstall it, you know where your screws and bolts are at. So that's where those are at. Makes it a little more convenient. I don't have to worry about trying to find anything. As Well, I'm not the best organizer in the world. And I'm hoping my DA sander can go down here and get the most of this. So, I'm gonna get everything ready. What sucks is, I've got the car over here. All the tools is way over on the other side of the garage, so I gotta keep going back and forth. And I grabbed the wrong tools. So, I'm gonna go get everything, get the battery out, get all those hoses out, start sanding all this, and then we'll mask everything off. Try to get a nice little paint job on it. All right, I went through and sanded with the little wire wheel on in my drill. Had some paper, some sandpaper, and some. Had my DA. There's too many curves for the DA. We got the shop vac, sucked everything out. I'm gonna throw some lacquer thinner on it. You know, no boy's thinking. I ain't gonna tell you what I was thinking. But let's throw some lacquer thinner on it. Try to get it all cleaned up. And I might try to paint some. I'm just going to do this side first. See how it looks. If it don't look real good, then I ain't going to do the other side. Because I don't do this. As I already told you before. It don't make it run no smoother, no faster, no better. But makes it look a little better. But, oh well. They're gonna get some of that rust inhibitor and it'll stop whatever rust I didn't get, which is a lot. I'll get a clean rag and go back over, make sure you get everything off there. That way it looks really good. Yeah, okay. I reckon I should have used a black rag, that way you couldn't see everything I got left on there. Ooh, this stuff smells good. Huh. All right, I'm gonna try to get some stuff taped up and fill a little paint to it. Well, I think it's too shiny. I did the crossover frame down there, cross member down there. Did the radiator support. Did this. Haven't done that side over there yet, but I mean, it does make it look a little bit better. If y'all was wondering what, let me see if I can fling this over there. What is all this stuff here? Well, it's for these goofy headlights. They, and I'm hoping we don't put them back on because they're goofy. Now you're gonna say, well, why are they goofy for? Well, they flash. So when you got them on dim, you want to go to high beams. You click the dimmer switch and they start flashing. They got to flip them again for high beams. And then when someone starts coming, you flip them again, go back to low. Then you got to go back to flashing, and that ain't no fun. So I'm hoping we're gonna take all that off and put regular headlights on it or different headlights. I don't think that looks bad. I'm out of paint, so I have to go run to town to Napa and get some more paint. And once all this dries, I'll start sanding that side over there, get all that side sanded, cleaned up, wiped down, repaint it, and come back here and hit the frames. And then I'm gonna end up taking off this ABS stuff because it's just so congested in there. You try to hook up your power steering pump, and this ABS And right here's all the lines for the power steering. So I'm gonna delete all that and give me a little block to run the front lines into. Because this more or less is like it disperses all the fluid to the front. Because the regular one, it has two for the, on the distribution block, it has two lines coming out for the front and one for the rear. This only has one that goes over here to the ABS, and they distribute it to the front. So I'm gonna do away with that, give me a block, mount it right here somewhere, and hopefully I can spin it around and just hook it in right there. That'd be the ideal thing to do, which probably won't happen, but, or we just take the brakes off and eliminate them. I don't know. So, all right, I'll go to town, get some more paint. So we'll be back, hopefully next time y'all come, we'll have all this painted, and I'll be working on this ABS system. All right, it's been a long last couple of days. Last thing y'all seen, I painted this side, painted some frames. I did take off the ABS. I can still remove that bracket. I took that in there to Napa, and they're getting me some fittings to tie all these brake lines together. I just got done painting that side there. So I'm sick and tired of walking across the shop, the garage here, to go get tools. There's some stuff I got cut off down there for the headers to fit through, so I'm gonna finagle the car over there and back it up and put it on the lift. That way I can lift it up and get underneath it, cut whatever I need off. So if you see, I eliminated the ABS, got that side painted. Then after I get all that frame painted, this one back here, I got to cut off that bracket there, and I got to take off the gear shift linkage right there, because she uses a ratchet shifter in here. And then after I do all that, I've got to come over here. These are the headers she bought, and I put some wrap on them. I need to sand all these up, get them all nice and clean again, repaint everything, clean up the flange, get all that stuff done before I can put the motor in it. So I'm going to be wrestling this car over here to put it on the lift. So fun times. So I'm gonna try to get some of this stuff cleaned up around here and scoot all this stuff over. All right, so I got it moved up over here, from over there to over here. Oh, it wears me out. But I got up on the lift. Let me show you what I got to do. These brackets right here, I've got to cut that off, cut that off, cut that bracket there off. I'm going to cut this bracket here off, take out this linkage, and probably take out those heat shields, because once you get the transmission up there, your hand is right up against here trying to hook up the hose, the lines. And then about right here, give or take a couple inches, I'm going to drill a hole. And I got some good grommets from Napa yesterday to put a grommet in there for the shift cable for the ratchet shifter. And then, if you see how this here's all bent up, I've got to rebend all that This side here too ain't that bad, but bring that down, and then what I did on the other one, I put a piece of 2x2 square tubing in there, weld it to it. That way it strengthens up the frame a little bit. And come down here and paint the rest of this frame, at least back to here. Paint the rest of this frame back to here. And that should be it. Then, like I said, I got to work on the headers. So I'm gonna get started cutting that off, and then try to get the header sanded up. Well, once I get the header sanded up and get those things cut off, along with everything painted, then I can mount the motor in it. Mount the motor, transmission. I already got the rear end swapped out. You know, people's asking why I swapped the rear end out. Well, we had the we put new posi track in the other one, in this one. 411 gears, new axles. So instead of changing all that out, we just swapped at the rear end. I just figured it'd be a whole lot easier. Since it's daylight, you might be able to see it. I don't know if you can see out that window or not. But there is the other Impala out there underneath that plastic. The first one's my crappy Caprice. The other one's another 94 Impala. So, all right, I'm gonna get the death wheel out, cut those brackets off, get everything painted underneath there, drill a hole for the shift cable, and that should be ready to be with the motor. Then I gotta work on the headers, try to get all the headers sanded up, repainted. That way, as soon as I get those headers sanded up, repainted, I can plop the motor in it. Because you gotta stick the headers in on the driver's side while you put the motor in. That's how you gotta do it. So, all right, I'm gonna get started on this. We're back in a second. All right, this is what I was doing. I gotta clean that up, that up. I got this here. Now I gotta take off that. And I'm gonna cut a couple holes. So, next time. All right, so that's gonna be it for this episode of McNeil's Garage, working on the Impala SS. It'll probably be part 2, series 2, whatever y'all want to say. I don't know. Next time y'all come, hopefully I'll have everything painted, the ABS hooked up, the holes drilled, everything sanded, the headers redone, and hopefully we'll be ready to slide the motor and the transmission in there and get it all bolted up and then ready for the electronical crap. So, all right, if you haven't, like and subscribe, please, to keep up to date with this build. After this build, we're probably gonna be pulling in a crappy Caprice. So hopefully, you can join us for that. So yeah, like and subscribe, appreciate it. Comment down below what y'all think. So, all right, Sean McNeil, McNeil's Garage, saying see y'all later.